Can you talk about your best experiences in Cuba?
Okay, so I've actually been to Cuba 7 times,
Wow.
and we have this tradition of always like bringing our like old clothes or buying like new toys and like personal hygiene stuff and giving the workers these things as gifts as a sign of like gratitude at the end of our trip to like the gardeners, waiters, waitresses, reception people. Because a lot of people, I mean, I guess some people don't know about this, but Cuba is a very poor country. It has a communist style government, so they don't have a lot of rights and freedoms like we do here. And they earn really little money, like I think 20 pesos a month, which is barely anything. So we give those things as gifts to them at the end of the trip, and they're so grateful for it. And like the smile on their faces, like really warms your heart, and it's just so nice to see like giving back to the community and what kind of an impact it gives on you.
Oh, that warms my heart. So what would you recommend people to do in Cuba?
I would say definitely go on a technology detox because this is like the only place where you can truly detox from like social media and like from checking your phone the whole time because Cuba has recently just gotten Wi-Fi. So yes, they're kind of like way back in the times, but even the Wi-Fi at the hotels, like you have to pay for it like $1.50 Canadian per hour, and even then the Wi-Fi lags. Like you can't play videos. A lot of the websites are banned, so like I couldn't even choose my courses because like Google is banned in Cuba. But I feel like because of that, you can finally like do old fashioned like face to face talking and like get to know the locals, get to know other people staying at the resort with you because it's the only place where you get like tons of people from all over the world stuck in one place in a foreign country. So I think that's really cool.
That sounds awesome. So you sound like you do know a lot about Cuba. So how many cities have you been to Cuba, and like, are they different, or just in general, what do you see? Like, what's the difference between different Cuba cities?
So all the previous times we've only been to Varadero. This time we went to Holguin, and the big difference is that Varadero is very touristy. There's like 77 hotels, and they have this like long beach where you can just walk along the shoreline for miles and miles on end and like visit each resort like one by one. Versus Holguin is very quiet and very isolated. It's not a like party place just like Varadero. So even the hotels, like the next closest hotel is like a 15-minute bus ride away, which is nice because you do have like a private beach and it's very quiet, so you can really like chill and like calm yourself and stuff. And the landscapes are different too. So Holguin is very like lush green forests and big mountains, versus Varadero is just like plain and flat and just beaches and palm trees.
Awesome. So you said that you went to Helgen with your family. What would you say? Do you guys do all of the activities together, or did you have some time to yourself? And what are the things that you guys did?
Well, we actually stayed together as a family for the most part. I did wish I could have like time to myself, but honestly, it's much needed bonding time with my family since like we rarely spend this much time together as a family in the first place. Like even when I eat dinner at home, it's not with my whole family. It's usually just me or my dad comes home really late. So I feel like this is much needed bonding time, and it's cool because you learn like what ticks each other off or like what's something that really makes the other person happy. So I feel like we really get to know each other a lot more through that.
Um, what would you recommend people of your age that's in their early 20s to do in Cuba?
Venture out, side the resort. I know it's cool to just like tan all day or lie by the beach all day or just like sit by the bar, but there's so much more to do than just like drinking all day. You can, go and do a city tour, book an excursion. Like, for example, I went to the sugarcane, cigar, and rum tour, and it was so cool because we got to visit the towns of like Ibarra and downtown Holguin, and you really got to see how people live there, what type of conditions they live in, and it's a very humbling experience. So you really like feel thankful for like all that you have. But other than that, even if you don't want to like book a city tour, you can do like parasailing or kayaking or a catamaran ride or like jeep and buggy ride because obviously old people aren't going to do that. And like young kids get really whiny all the time. So I feel like there's just a bunch of activities 20-year-olds can do.
That's great. I'm taking notes, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Thank you so much.